Okay, so appear to be live. So hello everyone. I just wanted to do a really quick video based on the Chinese Grand Prix. Just some quick thoughts. I just wanted to say, first of all, I really enjoyed this Grand Prix. I was really quite worried about this season. The last two Grand Prix have been pretty rough to watch, and I don't mind watching practice. I love kind of getting into the nitty gritty of detail. And I've found it quite it's been quite barren in terms of enjoyment. So I was really pleased with how this GP kind of played out. I mean, fundamentally, it was just really nice to see the initiative by a team actually managed to change the result. Obviously, the Red Bulls are looking we're looking very strong at this circuit. Some of the high speed turns. The Red Bull is clearly a brilliant aerodynamic package. The Renault power unit's also looking really strong. Still doesn't look like it competes on kind of in terms of straight line speed, but it really was just excellent to see initiative rewarded. I am finding it frustrating with the aerodynamic packages. I mean, the cars are beautiful this year. They really are. I am actually warming to the Halo device. I was quite worried at the start, and it does seem to be coming around quite nicely. But yeah, it was a great race. Max is having a bit of a weird season. Like last season was a bit of a mixed bag, and then this season it seems even more like negative than positive, really. I think it was a really interesting kind of call with Lewis having to apologize. I mean, obviously, Lewis needs to apologize. He called him a dickhead. It was on camera, so obviously that's got to be done. But at the same time, I don't know who was really in the wrong there. I think it was probably quite ambitious. But I mean, obviously, with this Grand Prix, there's no real. There's no real debate at all. It was a last minute kind of lunge, which failed spectacularly. And I mean, what was his final position? Fifth, which isn't bad considering. I mean, it's obviously it's not that bad, but it's bad for Vettel. He didn't benefit whatsoever from this particular crash. But overall, I just thought it was a really great race. I was really excited. I enjoyed every lap. It was nice having cars challenge further down the field. You had the Force Indies close towards the end. We did have the Toro Rossos with a bit of a disastrous encounter at the hairpin. Gasly, a poor decision making, really. But just overall, it was nice. Good to see Alonso back in as well. Just a really enjoyable Grand Prix, and I was pleased because I really was worried about this season. I thought, is this just going to be one of them seasons where we're going to see cars just not being able to follow at all? A car pulls out a healthy lead in front because obviously there's no aero. I've completely forgot what the word is. The air isn't troubled for the aero. It's just obviously it's punching a hole through the air, and that's fine. It doesn't overheat anything internally. And so, but no, this to me it gives me hope. Hopefully, we can get some kind of some tactics, some strategy that can pay off. I appreciate that this was a fluke. It was it was a quick call. The way they stacked, the way Red Bull stacked the pit stop also was unbelievable, especially that second Ricciardo pit stop. I mean, I don't know what the final time was, but that felt so quick. Also, Bottas's pit stop as well. Again, they didn't show on the broadcast how short a stop it was, but it looked like it must have been in contention with that 2.3 that Williams got there. Was it last season or the season before? But it was an outstanding pit stop, just slick. So yeah, I really enjoyed the tactical battle. Hopefully we get to see more of that this year. Hamilton clearly struggling with, well, I mean, it just seems like the car isn't underneath him at all. The Ferrari is looking like a great package overall. It seems to it's coped with 3 different circuits. You know, it dealt well with Australia. It looked pretty sensational even here. Really, it was only, you know, the tires made a massive difference with obviously the high speed corners, and you know, when it's kind of in the infield, it is obviously quite a technical circuit. And I mean, you obviously have the kind of drag straight with the like, what is it, 1 point something kilometers straight, which is just insane. So generally, maybe that does even things up a touch, where you'll get certain cars having the advantage here, but then obviously in the infield, you know, maybe that's where Red Bull can shine. But yeah, I do. The only final thing really is just to question Max Verstappen's decision making. I mean, I'm pleased he's doing this. It's exciting. It's, you know, he's pushing. He's fearless. I mean, he's not really had a bad accident. Not in F1 yet. I mean, I'm not wishing that on him, and I don't want that. But I seem to remember Lewis Hamilton was a bit like this, and then he had the kind of big accident. Was it at it was at Eau Rouge, and I remember that kind of calmed him down a tiny bit. So, you know, maybe because there's no consequence so far, because he has got no physical consequence of having a bad accident, or, you know, you've got the internal consequence. But I mean, surely they're going to have to review, because you don't want him doing this when it's Daniel Ricciardo. You know, he's already a bit unsettled. I mean, I was hearing on the broadcast again, pure secondhand knowledge, that he may be linked with Ferrari. So who knows? But overall, I really enjoyed the race. I was pleased. It was entertaining. And yeah, looking forward to wherever we venture next. But yeah, if anyone agrees, disagrees, then, you know, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I know these videos are early days, so I'm probably not going to get many views at all. But if anyone does, then it would be awesome to hear from you. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.